Julian Desrosiers from the IIF in Mines and Money, London, joined today by David. Hi, David. How are you doing?
Very good. You?
Very good. Thank you. So, David, may you present yourself and the company you're working for?
Like you said, I'm David. I'm from TomaGold. We're based in Montreal. Our project are in Chibougamau, most importantly, and in James Bay.
Okay. And what's the ticker of TomaGold and where are you traded?
On the TSX Venture and also on the O2CQB, and the ticker is TOGOF.
Okay, perfect.
TOGOF.
So you say basically northern Quebec proven jurisdiction for almost any commodities. Where specifically in Quebec are you, and how many projects do you have in your portfolio?
We're diversified. So basically our copper, gold, silver project, polymetallic, it's Obalski in Chibougamau, so basically in Abitibi. And after that we're in James Bay, basically where all the lithium plays and rare earth projects are being developed. So that's where we are.
Okay, so you have 3 projects. You have one polymetallic, one lithium, and one rare earth. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then in Chibougamau, is that a proven sector, a proven district? Who are your neighbors? What's happening around there?
Yeah, Chibougamau is a proven district. It's a mining camp. Actually, it's been in development for many years, like maybe 100 years. So there's over 20 former deposits. Our neighbor, or it could be Doré Copper. You have IAM Gold. Actually, we were the instigator of the redevelopment of the camp through our discovery about 10 years ago with Monster Lake. Then we went to a JV with IAM Gold, and IAM Gold got into the area a lot. And you have Troilus, also Agnico. All these guys are in the area too.
Okay, and about 100 years of historical mining being done there. I think about over 7-10 mines that are around you guys. So is there still commodities left? Is there still resources left to be found? What is your strategy there with this?
Yeah, there's a lot of resources to be still found and developed. The most notorious company that have a lot of the resource is Doré Copper, of course, and you have IAM Gold with Monster Lake, Nilligan, and all these massive projects. Nilligan is, I think it's 3.5 million ounce as we speak. So the camp is quite active. You have Troilus a bit south, so it's consistent. Like basically, you will find a mine where there's former mine, right?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of a common knowledge about that. So on our project, Obalski, it's a project that's been there for about 100 years, like I said, and we've been redeveloping that project and finding we love historical projects. We have to say that. So what we look for is we try to find what was missed or not properly worked at the time, or maybe it was abandoned due to the price of metals.
Or looking with new eyes, or
new
ideas,
and so on. Exactly. So as a matter of fact, on Obalski, we're making some breakthrough on the exploration. So we're kind of really excited about that, you know.
Okay. So continuing on the same project, maybe if you can tell us what happened in the past 3 months. What are the highlights of the discovered drilling you did, a result that you had?
Well, the highlight on Obalski is we've been working over 6 months on a really large geophysics project. As you know, when you do geophysics, you do your geophysics, then your geoengineer come to you, say you should drill that target, and usually you don't have these results yet. In our case, we have about 100 years of drilling and results. So what we were missing was the modern geophysics, like the most recent. So we spent about 6 months to map meter by meter all historical holes with the recent geophysics to be able to target and to correlate that. So the result is the correlation is very, very strong. When you have a system like good grades, it matches the geophysics, the high chargeability in this case. So what we've been doing now is we've released these results. We was also suspecting a system of fault that was suspected that was there, but was never really
confirmed. Through.
So we have it now; it's confirmed. So we are drilling that as we speak.
Also, this is great news. So then, investors can inspect, or even prospective investors can inspect some more news flow coming up very soon. Result about those drilling, depending on when the labs will release them. So this is also a very good overview of what will happen in the next few months. Now, if we move to the 2 other projects, rare earth, lithium. I mean, those are very hot commodities. There's been a lot of talks around it. Obviously, more nationalism kind of idea behind it. You said that you're up north in Quebec, where there are currently big discoveries being made. Can you tell us a bit more about where you are and what the state of that exploration?
So we're in James Bay. So you know the belt around most of the hydro dam where everybody works. So you have Patriot Battery Metal, Winsome, and you have all the other ones that are basically quite active. So our lithium project, it's grassroots, yes, but it's in a proper geological setting, pegmatite, vieux comptoir type 2 basically, and we're doing exploration to discover more pegmatite and eventually spodumene. So that's what we've been working on. But the project that we're really excited about is the rare earth. Just a quick story about that. I was on the project 15 years ago through a different company. And believe it or not, when we submitted all our results 15 years ago, we give everything to the database of the government, but it was never brought up to date. So when we staked it, we knew there was 5 dike of pegmatite. We knew there was some grades. Everything was there. Everything was there. Just it was paused in 2008, and when I picked it up like 6 months ago, approximately, it was like play again, and it's like it never stopped. So we just went back, resampled. We had like almost 4% trio. So it was good. So now we're starting May 29. We're doing a 2 weeks campaign there. It's you have all the good rare earth that everybody's looking for. So we're gonna. It's grassroots, but it's really easy to work. Basically it's stripped everywhere.
Exactly. So apart from being far away, working up north in BC James is relatively easy because outcrops are everywhere. There's no vegetation. There's absolutely nothing on top. So basically, you don't have to do excavation work or anything to get to the rocks. It's just lying there all over. And this has also led to a lot of satellite staking and so on in the region, which we have seen very much with some success, to be honest, there specifically due to that kind of surface. So you said that you have the rare earth that people want. Obviously, we won't go through all the naming and everything. They can see that on your website for sure. Rare earths. It is not complicated, but there's a lot of them, and a lot of them that are produced in some smaller amount, bigger amount, but basically a lot of them for a very high price, which makes actually even very low grade very, very economic in that region. So what can we expect on the lithium rare earth for TomaGold within the next few months, up to 3 to 6 months from now?
Like I said, we're starting, basically the crew will be mobilized May 29th. So they will be there for 2-3 weeks. So we'll start with the rare earth project, then we're going to move to the lithium project Brisk. We are going to, basically do like prospection, trenching, if we are no drilling yet.
So this is all work prior to target identification and then in the future campaign going in drilling.
Exactly. So we're going to do that. If we're lucky, if we can get grade back really fast, we might have another window to work before the end of the season in James Bay. So that will be September, October, early, October. So basically you will have the work that starts now, result, and if we have something really good, maybe we can rush in another round of work before the winter sets.
Well, this would be great. Obviously, with climate change, then the windows of working period up north are very different, changing from one year to the other, which was not that much a case before. So we wish you obviously a little more time on the window so you can go do some work. So for everyone who wants to know more about your story, what's your website? How can they contact you?
They can contact us at TomaGoldCorp.com, or they can send me an email or call me. All my coordinates on my website.
Okay, perfect. And lastly, before we go, I always like to give viewers a little more details about the share structure. How does your share structure look like? How much cash you have on hand?
So we have about 180 million shares outstanding. We have 55% control by institution, including 16% by IAMGold. The rest is mostly owned by institution in Asia, some of the Quebec-based fund too. We have about 1.67 in the bank, but we're currently drilling. So of course it's going to be spent a bit, but that's where we stand. So we don't need to rush any dilution at this point.
Absolutely. Well, this is great. If you want a company that has exposure, we're talking about gold, we're talking about polymetallic, we're talking about rare earth, we're talking about lithium in jurisdictions that are currently having a lot of success and people are talking a lot about. Well, please go have a look. TomaGold.com. David Grondin, CEO of TomaGold. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your time too.
Thank you.